y'all, this is John Bollinger. Today we're looking at the Balthazar Cabaret 13, but before I tell you about this very cool amp, take a second to press the shiny subscribe button below. Thanks very much. So here's our recording. This is my 1961 Gibson ES 355. So these are PAFs. Later on I'll try a telly so you can hear what it does with that. But I'm just running straight into the amp. I'm miking it with a Shure 57 going into an Apollo Twin and out to Pro Tools. So just guitar and amp. And it's very cool I know we all like pedals and we're all kind of addicted to pedals, but it's very cool to plug into an amp that gives you everything you need without anything extra. The only thing I've got on the floor is this sweet little baby, the on-off switch for the proprietary tremolo. And although it's only a mere 13 watts, it is so efficiently built, it is shockingly loud. In fact, it's louder than my old Black Panel Deluxe, my 60, I think it's a 66 Deluxe, because I guess it's just so efficient. It has some real Voxy characteristics, but it also has this feel Fender-y thing. The Voxy bits, as far as ingredients go, are the two EL84s and the Celestion 10-inch Alnico Gold, which is going to give you all that kind of chimey. But if I was listening to that blindly, I couldn't tell if it was like an old Princeton. Anyway, let me tell you about more ingredients. Okay, so it's got the bias tremolo, which you heard on the way in. It comes with the on and off remote switch. The tube spring reverb with Acoustitronic reverb tank is just lush. I mean, listen to this. I've got it on about 3 right now, but let's crank it up a little bit. Then if we really want to go crazy, put it way up there. So what I love about this, both the tremolo and the reverb go from subtle to extreme. There's a huge spectrum from going from very wet to totally dry and everything in between. And the tremolo also has this huge kind of range. Preamp features volume, and as I crank up the volume, the reverb gets more intense. Volume, bass, and treble, that's it. Very cool little add-on. You can, with the flip of a switch, you can go from 120 to 240, so you can play this little cabaret in any cabaret in the world, just plug straight in. Tubes are, as I said, two EL84s. There's 3 12AX7s, one 12AT7, and one EZ81. So just a lot of tubey goodness. Just for shiz and giz, let's go ahead and crank up this volume a bit and see what we get. Well, actually, before we get that, I'm going to boost up the bottom end on the EQ. Just really rich. I'm going to bring up the tremolo or the treble the way as well. down that verb a little bit. Let me go ahead and just dime this pig. It's going to get a little loud. Okay, I've about beaten this thing out of tune, so let's go ahead and try a Telecaster. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit, get this at a more reasonable level. Now it's about halfway. Love that. I'm going to give it a little more. Let me kind of bring up that bottom end, bring back the treble, and bring up the volume a little bit. So here's my volume at 3/4, bass at 3/4, and treble about halfway. Bring down that verb. In fact, I'm going to turn off the verb for a minute. Just killer, man. In fact, that is really about as dirty as I need to get. And I usually run a compressor in front of my amp. On my pedal board, I usually have a compressor that I'll often use, especially with Telecasters, but I'm doing it to kind of get this sound where there's a little bit of natural compression, a little bit of natural breakup, but this just does it. So, very cool sounding amp. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, poke around the old PG site a little bit, maybe order a cool t-shirt like this. This is John Bolger, till next time.